one thing remains and always will truly remain is that astrology and numerology trumps it all because you can see through the bullshit. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is relationships. And one of the key factors of relationships is the classic one: Venus, Mars. Now, you know how they say men is from Venus, women are from Venus and men are from Mars. Um, this is one of the true statements that is out there in the world. This is a very masculine planet, and this is a very feminine planet. This is about romance. This is about attraction. So, but what the key is to understand is one of the key elements to understand in astrology is women and men have different responses to what they desire. Now, if you want to attract a woman, or you want to be with a woman, or you want to show a woman what type of person is good for her, you have to look at her Venus sign and see what her Venus is in, because that will clearly indicate what type of relationship not only she wants, but will sustain her, will keep her not being bored, basically, will keep her attracted to you and will keep her with you for a long period of time. Now, that long period of time will be dependent on what sign it's in. Mars, for example, Mars is masculine, and men think with their eyes. So we focus on what we are attracted to, but it's not only the physical attraction, it's the connection that men feel also that maybe doesn't get seen for long-term relationships. And with men, what attracts us is dependent on the Mars sign. So I'm going to go through them quickly with you. Aries. Oh man. Aries, my spelling just went off. So Aries, Venus in Aries, when it comes to women, so this just focus on the women. Yeah? Venus in Aries. What they like is a man who is very, very dominant. Yeah, so if you come across a woman who's Venus in Aries, she's attracted to dominance. She wants to stay with a man who is strong, who is capable, who is powerful, who is open, who speaks his mind, who is not afraid, because she is also not afraid. So she wants that from her man. She wants that dominant, powerful man. It will keep her happy, so to speak. Yeah. She wants also adventure. She wants also spontaneous thrills. So if you have someone in Venus and Aries, you need to provide her with spontaneous thrills. It's very easy to find someone's chart. Very easy. It's very easy to see what that person has. Venus and Aries, spontaneous. Taurus. Taurus. Venus in Taurus. Women very much want a man who is stable, number one. A man who potentially has finances or some sort of, secure um, secure base about him, something that he can actually is tangible assets. Really, that's what I would really call it, tangible assets. I'm not saying that the Venus in Taurus is gold diggers. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that they need to feel that stability with the person. They don't want a person who's frivolous with money. They don't want a person who doesn't have any money. They don't want a person who is not secure in himself. Also, that stability in themselves and secureness and value of themselves is what they find attractive, honestly. So make sure you have inner value and also outer value with Venus and Taurus to be sustainable. This is sustainable. Mars is how to attract them on a quick one for the women. This is the sustainability for the women. Gemini. Communication. Geminis want communication. They want you to be able to talk. They want to be able to talk about different things. They want to know if you have an issue, talk about it. They don't want you to be quiet about it. They want you to talk about it. They want you to communicate. They want you to be open and communicate, and they want you to be able to communicate in various different ways. They want you to also be able to understand them. They also don't want things to be the same all the time. They want very different. They want things to change a lot. They don't just want to be the same thing every day, day after day. That's not for them. They'll get bored. Change it up regularly with Venus and Gemini women. Always change it up. Cancer. Well, Cancer Venus really, really, really wants emotional, the emotional support. They really desire emotional support. Um, they want someone who can basically connect with them on a emotional level. It's like if they have, like, they want someone to basically kind of like hold them, support them, protect them. They want to feel protected by their man or by the person who is approaching them. That man has to be some sort of protector, some sort of security base in that man's presence, in that man's whatever he does. Even if he does something like a policeman or whatever, some boxing or something like that, feeling safe, that safety factor is very attractive to them. They very much desire that. They also want the person to be very much at home. Home is important for these people. So, home and being about that home. If the man is never home, never about, they're not going to really want to stay with that guy. Leo. Leo, Venus and Leo women want attention, a lot of attention. They want constant attention, and it can be a bit overwhelming, overbearing at times, um, because of the amount of attention that they desire. But they need it to feel like that person only wants them, and so they can also feel that I want that person because he wants me. You know what I'm saying? So this Leos have to be given a lot of attention, and a lot of I have to understand. Leo's the king or the queen. So you have to treat them with a good, a decent amount of respect. They want to feel respected, not like to the point where you're kissing their ass, but the respect has to be there. Has to be there. Or if you disrespect them too much, then they're not going to be happy. Virgo. Virgo women are attracted to men who are actually trying to achieve something. So you go out on a date with this person who's Virgo, or you're with a partner who is someone who has Venus in Virgo. They want someone who is attractive in how they operate with trying to be successful with their work. They're very much seeing what you're trying to do with your life. Yeah, they very much are interested, and they will give you. They will allow you to do you. They will allow you. They're the type of Venus that if you are going to work for 3 months, they will support you and they won't do the dirt or whatever. Like they're like, he's doing his thing. I'm gonna let him do his thing because he's trying to be him. And as long as she understands that you're trying to do you, she's happy. And if she can see that you're trying to be successful, she's happy. Very important for Virgo. Libra. Now Libras in Venus are very much, um, well, they're very, very much about how balanced you are as an individual, how much you can communicate, how well you deal with your anger, how well you deal with that person who was nice to you, how well you deal with the person who the homeless person who asked you for money. If they see an imbalance in how you are, if they see that imbalance, they don't really see you as a long term. Also, communication is important, very important for them. How you communicate, how you talk to her. Particularly, you have to talk to her in a like she would be very elegant how she communicates. So any vulgarities and stuff like that is a little bit of a put off. Not saying that you completely avoid that, but at the same time, you have to understand the balance with it. Libra again. These people also like to be, socializing. So your social circle, how good your social circle is, could be important to these people too. If you don't have a social circle, they may not see you as that attractive as someone who does. You know, Scorpio. Now, with them, Venus and Scorpio, they are highly jealous. A highly jealous Venus placement. They are highly controlling. They don't want you to basically. I'm not saying that they don't want you to, go out and do things, but they can be highly, highly controlling. They see you not as a possession, but more in some ways, yes, but they want you badly, and if they want you when they want you, and there's no discussion about it. So these people, they are very much controlling, and to be with them, to make them happy, I'm not saying you have to bow down to their control, but you have to really communicate how you operate. Now, if you're not willing to, if you're able to handle that type of possessive nature that they have because you love them, that's fine. But at the same time, I would say it's one of the most difficult Venuses because two, do not lie to them. Like, they're very much like, if you're their partner and you lie to them, they don't trust you from that moment on. Like, they want complete and utter loyalty, complete loyalty. So it's a bit of a balancing act. If you come across a Venus um, in Scorpio, I'm not saying, and they might not display this character completely. This character will not be displayed when you meet them. They will not operate like that. You will not see it initially. Some might, but others won't. But it's definitely there if you see Venus in Scorpio. Yeah. Sagittarius. Now these guys love adventure. They need thrills similar to the Aries in Venus. Um, they have a lot of energy, but they are philosophers at heart, and they want deep conversations and deep understanding because the way they think and speak is different to probably what you'll come across. They understand a lot of different things, but they also are very. I would say they're also very reckless sometimes in how they operate. So you may have to be a little bit patient with them, but they are so like uh, magnanimous and so endearing, and so completely different from what you'll come across from most other conversations you'll have with women. If you really connect on that, if you really go deep, if you dive deep with this type of Venus in Sagittarius, she can dive deep with you and can have these conversations, and it will be like wow. And you can also have, but they also are very um, do things in a different way. They operate in a completely unique manner, and they're just a bit reckless. So you might be with this person, and they may do something a bit reckless, and you may not understand why they did what they did. So these are the things that you can understand with Sagittarius. But ultimately, adventure um, will get their hearts really. Adventure, and I would say, like I said, the deep conversations and connections that are different. Capricorn. Capricorn. Capricorn is a earth sign, and with this type of earth sign is very much it's very, very disciplined. So this type of woman will be a very disciplined type of woman in a relationship. She'll be very much wanting to be with you, but it has to be serious. Like, you have to be a serious person for her to want to be with you. If you're not a serious person, she won't want to be with you. It's really simple. And that's doesn't mean that you have to be the richest person or successful or trying to do what you need to do, but you have to be serious in what you're saying to her. You have to be serious in what you want to do together. You have to be serious in where you want to go together. You're like she will question you in what type of relationship are we going to have. Like, she wants it to be serious. She doesn't want the flings and stuff like that. I'm not saying that Capricorn is not capable of that. All the signs are capable of that. So you have multiple different things within our chart, but she wants serious. So be serious. Aquarius. 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 Aquarius needs freedom. Now they need freedom to express themselves and be themselves. Like it's literally the opposite to the Scorpio, where Scorpio wants to kind of like hold you, where Aquarius wants you to like allow them to be free. And because they're like very, very much free spirits, and you can't really be controlling over this Aquarius at all. Um, they're very, um, they're not as romantic as most of the other signs. Like you don't expect big romantic gestures, but they are like people. So like be friends with this person. When you see a Venus in Aquarius, be their friend. Be their friend. And but obviously show your intentions at the same time, but still be their friend, you know? Say you got their back. They will really like that. They're really like all about the team. You understand? They're team players when it comes to Venus Aquarius, and they're attracted to that team type of effort. And you know, they can also handle open discussions and open communications. They can handle many different things. Don't be afraid to speak your truth with these Venus and Aquarius. They can handle it very much so. And last but not least, Pisces. Oh, I don't know. I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Anyway, Pisces. Yeah, these guys are the true romantics. Venus and Pisces are the true romantics. So romance just wins them easy. They're probably the easiest to win of all of them. Romance, that's what they need. Affection, that's what they need. They just want affection, romance. They love it. They melt. They will also melt you because they are so romantic and so nice. This is the best Venus placement, I believe. It's perfect. They really come out. They really show the Pisces and the Venus is really such a great mixture that it really displays the true, especially when it's in a woman, it really displays like a really beautiful soul. So be romantic. Easy. Now with the men, as you can see, that's how you can really capture a woman with any of these, with either anything that they have really. You know, it's very easy to capture. It's not that difficult once you understand astrology. But obviously, it's better to be authentic. It's better to be not be fake, and it's better to just like sometimes, like let's say for example, if you're if you're talking to someone who has the Taurus, Venus in Taurus, and you're trying to act like you're rich and this and that just to win her over. Like, there's no point doing that. Like, sometimes we're not always meant to be with the people we're meant to be, or you sometimes just gotta let it go. You know, there's many ways to actually indicate what is the best compatibility levels, and it's not with the sun sign. Sun sign is with many different other things, but this is just a small indication of basically if you come across someone like that and you're basically the opposite to that, I think it's an indication that you're not really applicable to be with each other. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm going to touch on the men. I'm just going to smoke. I think with men in the Mars sign, you have to understand Mars is about attraction. Mars is about desire. Because so men are the desirers of the women. That's why Mars is masculine. Um, Now what we're going to do is highlight what actually women, the men, find attractive. Because women are the attractors. And this is obviously just heterosexual. There's other